If you guys were listening yesterday, you know I was diving into a survey that was done by Touch Bistro, which is a POS system, and they commissioned a survey of 2,600 potential guests that go out to restaurants and go out to eating establishments. So today we're going to jump into the rest of that survey. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Vertuo Pop, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
Gen Z and millennials are more likely to try a new restaurant and a food truck than Gen X and the boomers, which means your most loyal guests tend to be older, but the younger crowd represents opportunities to impress and encourage repeat visits. So let's talk about how people decide where they're going to eat, because we always have the food trucks that want to go, what do y'all serve? The very first thing that people look at is the type of food. 74% of people are influenced where to eat by what kind of food it is. Now, what that means is if you set up in a food truck court, the people that are going out for fried chicken, they're going to get fried chicken. They're not going to be influenced by any other food truck that's there. If you happen to sell fried chicken, that's a good thing. So the hamburger truck is not going to pull somebody away from you just because they're sitting there. So stop being afraid of competition. People go out to eat and they have something in mind they're looking for. So the type of food is what dictates the most frequent choice to eat somewhere. Guess what the second one is? Location. If you're in a convenient spot, they're going to choose you. And then if you got the food that they want, hey, it's a double win for the guest. The next 2 things that influences where someone decides to eat are recommendations of family or a significant other, and then recommendations of friends or colleagues. So those 2 things actually have their own breakdown. They're almost even. One has 43%, and that's family, and then 39% for friends and colleagues. But that's a whole bunch of influence to get people to eat at your restaurant. And what that tells you is you need to be asking people for reviews. Leave a review on Facebook, leave a review on Yelp, leave a review on Google, leave a review somewhere, because recommendations have a lot of weight. The 5th most popular reason why people decide to eat at a food establishment is online reviews. So you got to get people to leave reviews, leave recommendations, every opportunity that comes to your food truck. That should be part of your parting phrase. Hey, don't forget to leave us a review. Check us out on Facebook. Please leave us a review on Google. And then the bottom 14% of people are influenced by social media. So you got to get all those things together. Great location, great food, asking for reviews, and posting on social media. You do all those things, you're going to be fine. Now remember, when you ask for reviews and recommendations, that speaks back to the QSCC, Quality, Service, Cleanliness, and Community, because that final C is community. And you're building a community when you get people to post a review on Facebook, social media, post a review on Google, post a review on Yelp. All of that counts as social media. All of that's building up a community because these folks are recommending you to other people you don't know yet. 86% made a decision to try a new eating establishment based solely on the recommendation from a family or significant other. 81% decided to eat a new food establishment based on coworkers or friends. Pretty big numbers. See how important it is for you to be asking every single person that comes to your business, hey, please leave us a review on Facebook, because guess who sees Facebook? Their friends and family. Here's what one guest had to say. I definitely look up reviews. I'll look online and get a basic idea of whether most of them are saying the same thing. I go through quite a few to look just to make sure there aren't any paid reviews saying every single thing is 5 stars. I actually kind of look for a couple of reviews that aren't quite perfect just to know that it's real. I'm looking for honest reviews, and I know not every single person who goes into a restaurant will have a 5-star amazing experience. Our guests are not dumb. Getting your friends to blow up your reviews, give you all 5 stars on everything, and then bragging, I've got 100 5-star reviews. No one believes it. You are not perfect. No one is going to believe that all your reviews are perfect. An occasional bad review validates the perfect reviews. Now, what influences people to go based on reviews and based on recommendations is also tied to age. Gen Z and millennials, between them, 66% are influenced to go to an eating establishment based on what they can read about it in the reviews. While as Gen X and baby boomers, they're not as influenced by social media and by reviews. 52% of respondents that were Gen Z aged or millennial aged said they would be influenced by social media alone to go to an eating establishment. So you got to make sure you're getting people to talk about you on your social media. Hey, leave a comment, post a picture before you eat the sandwich, before you take a bite. Make sure you tag me in it. I'll feature your picture on my Facebook page. People like that attention. That's how you get other people following you. If you want to know the 3 most influential platforms to be on, and I'll give you the rundown based on the age. Number 1 is Facebook. Number 2 is Instagram. Number 3 is TikTok. Gen Z with Facebook's only 16%. They don't tend to like. Remember, that's the younger crowd. They don't tend to like Facebook, but they love Instagram, owned by the same company. 30% of Gen Z will look for you on Instagram, whereas only 16% of them will look for you on Facebook. TikTok, it's 21% of Gen Z, by far the most influential group there. When you get to the millennial age group, 28% of them are on Facebook. Only 15% of them look for you on Instagram, and only 5% of them look for you on TikTok. So as it gets older, fewer people look for you on TikTok. It's definitely a young person thing. Instagram, also a young person thing. So you want to pay attention to where your money is in your particular town. If the money is with the older folks, you're going to need to be on Facebook. If the money is with the younger folks, then you need to be more on Instagram and TikTok. With Facebook, even Gen X, 25% of those on Facebook, but only 7% are on Instagram and only 1% is on TikTok. Then you get to my age group, the baby boomers. 16% are on Facebook, 3% are on Instagram, and nobody in my age group's on TikTok. And I don't even have a TikTok. Don't care about it a bit. That just speaks to what people are interested in. So know your guests. Know what age group that they're in so you know where you need to be on social media to get their attention. If you're not in the right place, you will not be busy. Now let's talk about the impact of the food offering on the willingness to visit. And what this is talking about is, where do you get your food from? And this has changed massively since 2017. In 2017, 49% of all guests said they were concerned about where the food came from. As far as, was it locally sourced? Was it vegetarian, gluten-free, vegan, or diet specific? Okay, so now here in 2022, that 49% has jumped tremendously. 78% of people want the food to be locally sourced. They want to know where it's coming from, and it's a big deal to them. Okay, so you know where people want to get their food from. They want to know about your sources of food, and that's super important to them. But now let's talk about diners who always or often do certain things before they decide on a new restaurant. Here are those things. 85% of them will look at your restaurant's or your food truck's menu online. So you got to have your menu online before they can ever look at it. They will look at your website. 80% of them will go to your website. They want to know about the business. They want to know what you sell. They want to see people enjoying your food. They want to see those photographs. 78% will ask their friends and family. That's a big bunch of people asking, hey, do you know about this food truck? Hey, do you know about this restaurant? That's a big deal. 64% will look at your reviews. 65% will search you on Google. 41% will look at your social media. This is all before they decide to ever come eat at your food truck. Now let's look at those numbers in terms of age groups, because it's important that you know who is coming to your business. So in age groups, how many diners often look at the online menu ahead of time? 83% of Gen Z is going to look at your menu online, wherever they can find it. 89% of millennials will look at your menu. 85% of Gen X looks at your menu. And guess what? Even old fogies like me, 80% of us will look at your menu online. Does that not encourage you to get your menu online? If that doesn't, nothing will. Now let's look at the deterrents. Why will people not choose your food truck? 77% said if there is a poor recent health review, they won't go to that establishment. 57% said negative feedback from a friend. So when they ask their friend, hey dude, how'd you like that food truck? And that particular friend says, it's not so good, they ain't coming to your food truck. 54% when the bad online reviews outweigh the good online reviews, they ain't coming to your food truck. If they perceive the wait to be over 30 minutes, they ain't coming to your food truck. So there's a hard limit. 55% of people said they will not wait more than 30 minutes to be able to place an order to get their food. And then here's an interesting one. 33% say that they would not choose a restaurant or a food truck that has an auto gratuity policy. That's an interesting number. Now let's talk about that speed of service, that 30-minute wait, that hard ceiling. Gen Z, 42% said no, 30 minutes is too long. 50% of millennials, 30 minutes is too long. 54% of Gen X, 30 minutes is too long. And then people like me, 63% of us will not wait 30 minutes for food. And that's probably because we ain't got much time left anyway. We ain't going to waste it standing in your line. Now let's talk about loyalty programs. I always preach about we got to have loyalty programs. 36% of all diners say they're involved in some type of loyalty program. Over 1/3 of the people out there have some loyalty program on their cell phone. Now you want to do it by age. Gen Z and millennials at 40 and 41% have some type of loyalty program. 36% of Gen X, and then 33% of boomers. Here's one of the quotes. I use my loyalty app at least weekly. If they send you a push notification that says something like, if you come out today and it's buy one, get one, then it's like, we're going to do that today because that motivates me. They are looking for deals. And then the last little statistic I'm going to go over with you is impact on deciding to join a loyalty program. 86% that do decide to join a loyalty program are looking for access to discounts and coupons. 85% they want the ability to earn free stuff. And then 48% join it because they're given different ordering options, such as the ability to place a mobile order or to get a pickup order. So the encouragement to get people in your loyalty program is the discounts and the coupons and the opportunity to earn free stuff. Loyalty programs are a big deal because remember what a loyalty program means is that people are coming back frequently. So if 1/3 of your guest pool is coming back frequently, that's a good thing. And if you can increase that number and get it above the 36% that says they are a member of some particular loyalty program, that's even better for you. So there's a lot of information there, and I want you guys to digest it and apply what you can. But the bottom line is you need that loyalty program. You need that social media. You need to pay attention to the QSCC, which was Quality Service, Cleanliness, and Community, because this survey supports all of those things. The survey also pointed out that people are price sensitive. They don't want nonsensical fees thrown on top of it. So don't fall for those free credit card processing because it's not free. They're forcing your guests to pay for it. Be careful when you get into those third-party apps that start to charge additional fees. Guests, pay attention to the money flow. This survey is counterintuitive to what those third-party apps will say, and it's also counterintuitive to what those credit card processors offering the free BS are going to say. This was taken just this year. This is taken post-pandemic. It was taken in the summer. 2,600 respondents. Pay attention to those numbers and then go out and act on the things I talked to you about. Thank you so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow because you know I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.